Satnam and hello! Welcome to Open Rose Oracle. If you are new, my name is Adeshpurankaur. It's so good to be with all of you. And I thought I'd get on here today and do a moon transit reading. Say hello to all of you. I know many of us are staying home. Many of us are in quarantine. I'm not sure where all of you are in the world, but I have a friend in Spain. I've been talking with her, and she's snuggled in right now, and a lot of my family in the States and different parts of America, they're kind of snuggled in, and I just kind of have this feeling that we're all getting this kind of extension on Mercury retrograde. And before we go into Aries season at the end of the week, we're getting this last little bit of time to really go in. And so I want to come and show up for all of you in this community that we're building and send my love, send my support. I hold my video on just little different ways to keep yourself healthy. Was of assistance to you, was indeed helpful. And yeah, I really hope that that was helpful for you and to all those who tuned in for my discussion surrounding the Kundalini Yoga community. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was comforting. I hope you feel safe in the reclamation of your practice, and that Satnam means truth is my identity. So there is a major reclamation of our own truths and our own identities right now. And it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. As you can see here, I have my companion gone with me. This is Chiron. I love him. And I'm going to play him a little bit before we get started, just to kind of clear the air. Some people have singing bowls. I have Chiron. So I already meditated and tuned in. I pre-shuffled the cards, even though I'm going to be shuffling them as I pull them on camera. So let's just take a deep breath together, and in this breath, I invite you to think of something that you're grateful for. Whether it's friends who have reached out, family that you've been in contact with, if your communities have reached out to you, if you're surrounded by a loving family, whatever it might be that you're grateful for, let's just take a minute together, close our eyes, and I'm halfway there. We'll breathe in deeply, hold that moment of gratitude, even if it's our momentary health, it is precious. So breathing in deeply, allowing the stomach and the rib cage to expand. Holding that loving thought, holding that gratitude within. And exhale, exhaling any fear, worry, or doubt. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm going to play this for a couple moments till it feels right. So just sit back, relax, and allow the energy to wash over you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So coming on back, if your eyes are closed, gently, in your own timing, come back to your body, come back to your space. When you're ready, open your eyes. Yeah. Feels good. It feels really good. It's kind of a cloudy, dismal day here in St. Louis, Missouri, so it's beautiful and happy and joyous to be here with all of you. I have my fairy cards in my hands, so I think that's where we're going to start today. See what cards pop out and see what the universe has to say for us in action. Before I get into the cards, I'm going to take a second, a moment, just call in all of our angels and archangels and guardian angels, ancestors, gods and goddesses, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, healing, peace, success, and joy, who love us and support us unconditionally and who have messages for the collective. Please come through with messages for our highest good and the good of all in our lives. Yay, that feels plus better. Excuse me. Allergies. It is that season too. Alright. Oh, we already had one pop out. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. So this is beautiful. This speaks to abundance. It speaks to harvest. It speaks to all the good material things that we've worked for. And, you know, I feel like this spring is going to be a harvest season for many of us. But this is beautiful. And I'm really noticing all the fruits and the greenery kind of like tucked all around them. They have everything that they need. They have food. They have each other. They have their little woven nest around them. And I'm really getting this feeling of being divinely taken care of and all our needs being met from this card today. And then it came out with the Knight of Wands, so this could stand for knights or movement. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are fire signs. So we have this messenger, either a messenger coming in, a fire sign coming in. Maybe this fire sign brings abundance or brings word of harvest. We'll see what other cards pop out, but there's abundance, there's provisions, there's movement towards passion. Because the Knight of Wands is also very like all of us fire signs, ready to go. Ready to go after that 9 of Pentacles, ready to go get it. It's a beautiful energy. Let's see. What other messages, Fae, my dear fairy loves, do you have for us? Okay, so they gave me a little story. So we have the Queen of Cups coming out. Deep, intuitive energy. And I love the piercingness of her stare. She can swim to the depths and find wisdom there. And her intuition is far reaching. There's like these little tentacles on her crown. They are receptive and they pull information from the ethers. This is a very knowing card. And the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups, are Pisces, our Scorpio, our Cancers. Came out with the Four of Pentacles, which makes sense in the energy right now. We're using our intuition, we want to create abundance, we need to move forward, but Four of Pentacles, kind of taking stock of what we have. I love that little mouse. I can't tell if he's taking a berry or adding a berry to the basket as she's looking through it. But fours are a very foundational energy. And if we look at fours, we have the Four of Cups where we're kind of like emotionally withdrawing and kind of going in. We have the Four of Swords where we're stuck in our head and probably having nightmares. Four of Wands or Four of Staves, just like a twin flame card for a lot of us. Four of Pentacles is like that material foundation. Taking stock of what we have, everything that we have to be grateful for, because we are going to be moving forward. And making sure we have enough. There's some birds out the window. They're like twittering, like messages coming in. I am really getting this feeling that the little mouse is helping. So maybe you have a little helper, someone who's like contributing a little gift to your prosperity, or helping you get organized, helping you kind of take stock of everything. This Four, so the Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, we now have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups could speak of nostalgia. It could speak to emotional balance and a sort of like, this is what was in the past. This is what is now. And here I am in the balance, just sort of contemplating it. The reflection inside this bubble is really getting me. You may not be able to see it clearly, but when I looked at it, I almost thought I saw like the lotus with the dewdrop in the middle, but like two hands holding, so like reflecting on maybe a past relationship. Because when we're in these times and we're asked to be alone and be in our own energies, a lot of reflection can happen if you're willing to go there. And I'm not surprised, because right after it is the Two of Cups. So this is partnership, emotional partnership. This is togetherness. It's, a minor arcana lover's card. It's a decision. You see how their hands are holding the little lily from the lily pad with the dewdrop in the middle, and their hand holding? That's really the image I was seeing within the dewdrop. So like reflecting on a past love, or reflecting on love, maybe your love history, the choices you've made romantically in the past, because what came out after was the death card, so death, transformation, alchemy. And I love this card of Scorpio. She's sitting on the skull. The skull stands for knowledge and wisdom. So a lot of the times when you would see saints holding a skull, they represented the wisdom that they were tapping into. And it said if you have the skull of a creature, then you can tap into the wisdom of the spirit of that creature. So death and transformation, looking at what's gone or what needs to be transformed, deciding what needs to end. We have the card of Virgo coming out next, the Hermit. I love this card. The Hermit goes within, and he's holding his light, he's holding his lantern, and that lantern is his soul wisdom, all the knowledge, all the sage-like wisdom that he's gathered and gleaned and is able to share and illuminate the darkness with. There is this going within with the Hermit card coming out. You really see how he's clinging to the staff of it. It's like this light that he carries with him is sacred and precious. And he's been cultivating it for a long time. The light of the full moon. We had a full moon last Monday. We're heading into a new moon. I think it's next Monday. Monday, Tuesday. And this new moon in Aries is going to be big for a lot of us. So a lot of different readers have been saying this new moon is going to feel like a full moon. Even though it's new moons is where we set intentions. It's going to have a lot of releasing qualities to it. And the last card after the Hermit is the Two of Wands. Which is another decision card. Decision to follow your passions. So we have like this abundance, and it's going to be blossoming. We have this desire to want to move forward. But we have all these cards that speak to going within and evaluating, using our intuition, allowing things If it's time to die, it's time to die. We have to honor the life cycles and the death cycles of everything. I truly think of this life as a death cycle. And I get that from this beautiful book here, Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes, PhD. If you've never read it, I highly recommend it. But the life cycle, I keep reversing it, the death cycle. It's this idea that we are alive before this life, and here we're really sleeping. And then we go back to life. Little side note. Or maybe not so side note. But these Two of Cups and these Two of Wands, as we're going within, we're making decisions. We're making emotional decisions for ourselves. Let's see if the fairies have anything else to say. Yeah, okay. We have another card of Two of Pentacles, which is making a material decision, a decision within the material world. So we have an emotional decision. We have a decision within our passions and how we want to move forward. We have a material decision to make. Maybe that's why we're going through the evaluation process. Because what came out with the Two of Pentacles is the Lovers. So we have the minor and the major arcana Lovers card here. Card of Gemini. But this speaks to love, yes, a relationship, yes, but also a choice. This card was originally the decision before it was called the Lovers card. So, and we have the Knight of Cups that came out with it. So more water energy, this water and fire theme going on. And this movement, messages coming in, emotional, intuitive messages coming in. Or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be coming into your life. But we have two knights, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups, we have Death, we have the Hermit, and we have the Lovers. It's kind of our major players on the board. But these subtler themes, these themes of organization, these themes of reflection, all these decisions, 22222. Which 222? You can look up that angel number if you want, because it's definitely present with us today. But we're making a decision because we want to move forward. We want to move forward not just in a material harvest abundance, but also an abundance of joy. And what makes us healthy, happy, holy here and now. See if the fairies have anything else to say. Another book. We have the Nine of Wands, which speaks to 9 comes right before 10. So kind of looking at a situation, seeing where you're stuck, seeing where it's heavy, seeing where it's complicated, and how to release it. How to release it. Because we have the 9 of Swords that came out in reverse. This being trapped by our thoughts and our emotions. So we're coming out of that where we don't want, we may be stagnant, but there's a difference between being told to go within and being stuck on the mental merry-go-round. This is like careful choices, very neutral discernment, using our intuition and logic together. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the Knave of Pentacles reverse. We have the Magician in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles reverse and the High Priestess upright. Okay. So, Knight of Swords is our air energy. Our Knight of Swords can be cutting. Knight of Swords can be hasty. The Knight of Swords has a lot of ideas and wants to move forward on them, but with how cutting, potentially, the Knight of Swords can be, I like seeing it in reverse in this circumstance because I feel like it's calling us to be gentle. It says my connection's unstable. I'm not sure if that's true. But if I'm still here, wonderful. Oh, it's gone. Fabulous. So, Knave of Pentacles in reverse. This could be a child. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe you have a child. Maybe a child that getting ill or home from school. That may apply to like one person. Actually, no, the home from school applies to a lot of people. So maybe your children are home from school right now. And maybe that's causing you to have a lot of patience and kind of renegotiate the burdens. And like, how do I let this go? The Knave of Pentacles, aside from being, yeah, I'm really getting a child. I'm getting a child from this card, so it's maybe for one of you. The Magician in reverse. To me, this speaks of not using the tools in your toolbox. Because when a magician is upright, the magician can transform a situation. He has his magic back. He has all the cards up his sleeves. He has everything at his disposal. So maybe we don't have everything we need. But I think this card is actually asking us to use all of our tools in our toolbox, no matter what you're a practitioner of or whatever you practice in your day, whether you exercise at home, like maybe you typically go to the gym, but you don't have the gym available. You're like, I don't have a whole bunch of weights and machines to use. There are plenty of ways to work out at home. And there are tools that we have that we can be using. This is also a manifestation card. So having an inner voice, maybe there is a hold, a weight on what we're manifesting. We're coming out of being stuck in our head, coming out of having nightmares. This may be for one of you, actually, maybe one of you. But with the Four of Swords in reverse and the Magician in the reverse, one of two of you maybe have been having dreams of past lovers. I think you'll be coming out of that, having some fresh energy and fresh connections in your dreams. Like I said, that may be for one or two of you. The Four of Swords speaks of being trapped in your head, deep in thought. Kind of withdrawn and going within. And I'm just really staring at these, the four thorns on this. 4 messages, 4 dreams. Maybe if you dream of something, the number 4 comes up. Note it, note it, note it. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, which speaks to things not working out, or harvest being kind of busted. Not getting what we hoped for, and not really having what we want, what we need, but thankfully it's in reverse. So with having this card of like lack and lack mentality in reverse, and then having the last card out of this set being the High Priestess. The High Priestess is wise. She uses her intuition. She goes within. She balances her chakras. She balances her positive and negative mind so that she can get to neutral. She checks in with all 3 of her brains, her intuition at the gut brain, her connection with source, and then she runs it through analytics. And this keeps her balanced. She stays in connection with source, and I'm really feeling this connection between the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, as well as a higher message for this set with the 4 of Swords in reverse, with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, with the Magician in reverse, the Knave of Wands, or the Knave of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Swords in reverse. It's like everything's upside down. Outwardly. But inwardly, there's a knowing that this too shall pass. That soon, that we are coming out of this nightmare energy, that we will be able to use all the tools in our toolbox. When we use this hermit time wisely, messages will come in. as we go with it, as we listen. Suni sidapir sunat, suni daritavalakas, suni dipalopatal, suni apoina sakekal, nana kapakata sadavagas, suni udu kapapaganas. There's a pari out of Japji, one of the 7th, 8th, or 9th paris, speaks to listening. The angels are listening. And I just keep holding her up because I'm like, this is where we are. This is where we need to be. This is where we need to be comfortable allowing ourselves to be in this intuitive, receptive, nurturing space. So give me a moment as I kind of organize the messages before me. We have literally all the 2s on the board. Right? No. I was thinking of the knights. I was seeing the knight and seeing it as a 2. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. Water, fire, and air. No wonder the Knight of Pentacles isn't showing up. We all know he's slow. It's the slowest moving card in the deck. And not surprising me that I'm just not there yet. It's hilarious to me. Air's like, I'm here. I'm upside down, but I'm here. Fire is like, I'm always here. And I'm always 30 minutes early. Where is everyone else? And water's like, I'm here. And I have love and emotions to share and insight. Oh, the decisions we're being asked to make, the transformations we're asked to go through, the magic we're being asked to make on an individual yet collective level. Because this is a global awakening. It absolutely is. The science is all real, the virus is all real, sure. But there's many things going on with this and the awakening. It's like a renaissance for all of us, and that's exciting. We need it. So let's get a couple of cards from the goddesses and see. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse and the Prince of Pentacles popping up. Thank you, Earth signs. The Queen of Pentacles speaks to nurturing and self-care. This is what we need to be doing. So we need to get this in reverse, or right side up. And the Prince of Pentacles, princes are also the pages. So there's our second Prince of Pentacles, Knave of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a definite confirmation of this new, like, springtime, spring growth energy, like just being on its head right now, kind of in the reverse. But the abundance will move forward. I think it's going to come when the Queen is, right side up and not in reverse. But I'll get more clarity on this Prince of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. But this card speaks to self-care and nurturing ourselves, body, mind, and soul. Like, the Queen of Pentacles nurtures her harvest. I mean, sure, she's dressed in her finest silks and she's wearing her crown and she's got the golden coin that she's worked for and crafted herself. And, it's sitting on her lap like a baby. So this woman takes care of herself. Let's see. Why is the Queen of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles in reverse? Can you get clarity? Ah, okay. Clarified by the King of Pentacles. You're very steady, reliable, abundant king. The king of material wealth, the king of abundance. His orchards and his harvests are bountiful and full, and are we waiting on him? Can I get more clarity on the King of Pentacles? I feel like we have a whole Pentacle family on the board. We've got our king, we have our queen, we have our prince, but the prince and the queen are upside down. And it's clarified by, this King of Pentacles, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the upright. So maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And maybe that person is the key. Maybe this masculine energy is the key to your self-care, new opportunity, more clarity. Okay, Five of Cups. So, Five of Cups speaks to the cups that spilled over. Looking back at everything that didn't work out. And not seeing the two cups standing up right there. And I'm getting a huge woulda, coulda, shoulda vibe with this. Like, I would have done this. I could have done this. No. If you would have, could have, should have, you would have. It would have been done. And that can be a little harsh, but results. Often harsh, always fair. So, we need to be looking forward. Yes, there may be some wisdom to be gleaned by this whole Six of Cups, death energy, Four of Pentacles energy, where it's helpful to go in and look at the past and learn. But once you've learned and you know better, then you bring it to the present and you just do better. That's really all there is to it. And when we have these cups spilled and things don't work out, it's always for divine protection. It's always because of the Two of Cups standing up that we just need to shift our focus and focus on what it is working, what we can do. This is a time for self-empowerment. So if any of us are in this Five of Cup energy, we just need to, what can we do to empower ourselves first and foremost. And that'll help us feel stable, grounded, secure. Whoa, okay. Well, that's not too bad. These jumped out. So we have the Four of Pentacles. I think we had that earlier too. Yeah. So double confirmation of the Four of Pentacles right here. Analyzing. Going back to this analytical energy of what do we have? What are we surrounded with? Four of Swords coming out again, this time in the upright. So some of us truly are stuck in our thoughts. Maybe having nightmares. We have it here. We have it here. So this analytical energy, this balancing, kind of taking note of what we have, it's working. It creates balance. We need to be in balance, body, mind, and soul. And balance came out upside down. Came out upside down with contemplation. So balance and contemplation came out in reverse with Terra, Green Terra, New Beginnings. So some of us may not feel balanced, but there is a new beginning coming in this. Getting into our hearts, being a part of the solution, balancing ourselves, taking the time to move forward is getting us ready for spring. We will be able to spring forward in ways that are liberating. Because we're coming out of a storm, we're coming out of arguments, we're coming out of thunder and lightning, people coming at us, arguments. Stepping out of that and letting that sun peek on through. I'd say step away from the drama. There's a lot of drama going on in the world, people not agreeing with one another, and that's okay. We can not agree. It's not about agreeing. It's about being with, authentically. And when we're just being with one another, it doesn't matter if we agree or disagree. We're just taking it all in and being there for the person who's sharing. And that's really, really, really powerful at a time right now, because some people are looking at like hard science only. I'm good, it's fine. Some people are only looking at conspiracies. Okay. Okay. Some people are only looking at it through the lens of spirituality. Okay. But you need to use all three lenses. Say, okay, yeah, there's probably a lot they aren't telling us. Yes, there's hard science to all of this, and yes, there's a spiritual aspect. And we're going to be hearing a lot. So the power of just being with is going to be important, so that we're kind of avoiding these rods as they fly, navigating the storm in peace and balance. Any other messages for the collective? Yay! So we have the Princess of Pentacles to complete our little pentacle family that showed up. We have the receptive feminine offer. We have transformation. We have the King of Wands, King of Spades, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy, and the Ace of Wands. Huzzah! New passionate beginning that is ready to grow and blossom with infinite potential. And since this is not a kids channel, maybe a new passionate offer for one or two of you, which is exciting. I blush a little bit. I'm like, on one hand, me personally, totally shy when I see the Ace of Wands because it is the most valid card in the deck. And I'm like, here it is, guys. You've been hoping for like passionate, exciting, wonderful king. Here he is. He's gone through a transformation. And he's coming with like a tangible offer that's more feminine and receptive in nature. But it makes me blush, it does. Like, yeah, I totally feel the heat in my cheeks. So, yay, welcome to Cards with Adesh. I blush like hardcore. But I'm happy for you all, I'm happy for you. And if the transformation is for you personally, or if the transformation is for this fire sign, congrats. Congrats, I'm happy for you. Speaking for a lot of divine feminines, I know when the masculine shows up in our lives, we are expecting king status. No more knights, no more pages, no more princes. We left the prince in the tree. We're waiting for someone who has their SHIT together. Because that's what we've been doing. I'm laughing. So, transformation for all of us. Yay. And for some masculines out there, you've transformed, and congratulations. And then another download, we're transforming. And a lot of us will be taking this king-like energy on ourselves, where we are, like, we know where to take action, we're passionate, we know which decisions are gonna yield, joy and excitement, but also that King of Pentacles, abundance. I'm just gonna put it down now. Transformation. This is where I get a little silly. Yeah, we're going within. We're looking at this new beginning. It's gonna be spring. Everything's coming alive. Even my hair. I can't tell you how many times I've tucked that little wisp behind my ear. We know intellectually, we Google, no, this is where we're heading. But I invite us all to really ground it in our hearts that this transformation is leading to the new beginning. And that we will be able to move forward with strength and dignity and passion. It's going to be beautiful. It is. I know it's trying right now. And there's a lot of people who are scared and stressed out. I honor that. I really, really honor that. It's like our root chakras have been just like ripped out of the ground and are being like shaken hardcore, getting all the dirt, worms, anything that might have been like collecting in the roots, shaking it. So we can make medicine. You can't just pull an herb out of the ground and stick it straight in the medicine bottle. It's got to get cleaned first. There's steps. There's steps to everything. The Knight of Pentacles knows all about the action steps that need to get taken, but he's not showing up. All the other knights are here. Decisions while we're in this hermitage. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to our animal spirit oracles and see what messages come through there. Let spirit be your guide. Beautiful hawk spirit. 32, which is 5, which speaks to being in the middle, but that things are changing. And this is a time, as we're within, just let spirit move you, whether it's to dance, whether it's to take a nap, whether it's to study something new, like, let spirit guide you in this time, because we might be in the middle of it. We might be at the beginning of it. Depends how we all play ball, right? How we honor keeping not only ourselves, but everyone within our community healthy. So let spirit guide you. Let your heart and your intuition guide you. Any other animal spirit messages for the collective? Oh, yay. Thank you, Dylan 5D. I appreciate you. Sending you so much love and light and health and just vitality. Appreciate you. Oh, whoa. Okay. So, Chameleon Spirit, card number 14, another 5. Act as if. So, think positive, think healthy thoughts, act healthy, like even if it's just within your own space. Let spirit guide you and like live, even if it's within your isolation. Like, you got this. Like, we as humanity, we got this. Like, we may be shaking in our boots. We may be uncertain about the, economical impact of things, of, just the impact on humanity as a whole. Like, how many people are we going to lose? That matters. That matters to families all around the world. So there may be parts of us that are like, and that's okay. I hold space for that. But delete, but in the light of uncertainty, ground yourself in what is certain, what you can do on a daily basis. So whether it's, I like to use a journal, I have it right here. This, even though I'm not really like being like, hey, read my journal, I have it. I always have it on hands. And I create lists. And I go down those lists and I try to see how much I accomplished in a day. And 9 times out of 10, I get everything on my list done. Now, sometimes I don't get everything on my list done. That's okay. But it's a tool where I can take tiny action steps towards what I want in my world. And even if I'm feeling like the whole world's falling apart around me, I can go back to my world and what I have control over, because we only have control over our individual sovereign selves. So there is a lot of acting as if right now, building our own confidence, building ourselves up mentally and emotionally, because it affects your health. It affects our health as humans. You know, our nervous system either lowers or raises our immune system accordingly. So we have Hawk, let spirit be your guide. We have Chameleon Spirit, act as if, and it's followed up by Skunk Spirit, know your worth. 59 or 54, which equals 9. And I always think of Bambi, the Disney cartoon, with Flower the skunk. This little skunk's sitting on a daisy, and it's like, I'm Flower. It's like, honey, you a skunk. I'm a pretty flower. I mean, okay, Flower knew he was a skunk, but when Bambi was like, you're a flower, he was like, you can call me Flower if you want to. So no, you know, they are so precious. Even though they smell. That's a defense mechanism. We all have defense mechanisms. And when we know our worth, sometimes we have to step aside and say, hey, like, I'm worth more than being talked to this way. Very simply, I'm worthy of being healthy. My health means more. Me getting through this healthy, happy, and whole means more than writing out and doing XYZ. That could come up, or people could ask of you. So really using our discernment to, kind of evaluate. Ooh, yay. And this is followed by taking a leap of faith. So some of us maybe knowing our worth, stepping back from something that doesn't serve us, and springing towards something that we're actually really excited about. Maybe an offer comes in and just taking a leap of faith. We're taking a leap of faith right now as a collective too. 30 is 3 magnified. So it's like accentuated. So it's like 3 is like creativity. It's also like the child, which is also, the product of creativity. So creativity magnified right now. I'm getting this. Take a leap of faith on, that artistic project you wanted to start, that paper you wanted to write, that book you wanted to read, that new direction you wanted to go through, the school you wanted to apply for, the grant you wanted to apply for. This may be a beautiful, beautiful window for you to take that leap of faith. So, taking leaps of faith, knowing our worth, acting as if, letting spirit be our guide. As much as this should be every day, it's really just speaking to the times right now. And they had further messages for us, so I'm going to kind of continue on. Out next was Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power, card number 44. 4 plus 4 is 8. So abundance, infinity, your infinite potential for abundance. So when you flip 8 on its side, it's the infinity symbol. But I love this panther. I just watched Mowgli on Netflix. Oh my gosh, that movie made me cry. Just like the animals standing up so strong and banding together, and Mowgli like belonging to two worlds, like real definition of in it but not of it, and the power that he had to reclaim when he was in the human village. But there's Bagheera. Bagheera was the panther, and he helped teach Mowgli. And actually, in the story of Mowgli, he did help Mowgli reclaim his power. His power as a human is like, you might not be a wolf, but there's opportunity here being in the world of humans. And you may learn to like it even though it's scary right now. To reclaim your power to create solutions for yourself, for your loved ones in your life. 43, boiling down to a 7, Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. There is clarity coming in these times. Owls are wise. There's a lot of mystery surrounded to owls, and I can't even speak on all of it. But owls can see 360 degrees because that's how their necks are designed. They can see clearly all around them, but they're also divine messengers. And even throughout our culture and secret societies, owls are used, even with getting really far out there now with interdimensional beings. I do not like to call them aliens. Alien just means you're a foreigner, you're not from here. But interdimensional beings and other planetary beings, it is said that they use owls as well to get our attention. So let the messages and the clarity come through, because you do see clearly. I affirm that for you. I affirm that for myself. And I love this because we have card number 12, which boils down to a 3, creativity, the Trinity. Canary Spirit, sing your own song. Stand in your individuality. What do you have to give? Because everyone has healing medicine to share. Whether you're a mom, you're the postman, grocery store clerk, a nurse, a doctor, a dancer, a yogi, an artist, in this time where we're gaining clarity and we're reclaiming our power, sing your own song. Sing your truth. Share your individuality. Because as we are all sharing and we're come together in community, we're not so isolated. And everyone has something to benefit from each other. So quickly, because I know we're at 111. I want to Angel of Light. Ooh, yay. Okay. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. I feel this in our being asked to step back, in this chance to heal as a collective. We also get to look at our patterns since we're being thrown so drastically out of our normal routines. We are also given this beautiful opportunity to kind of break patterns that might not even belong to us, may belong to our ancestors first, and rewriting the future because this healing is being allowed to occur. We're not driving, we're not shopping as much, we're not creating as much waste, we're not creating as many fumes. Our earth is healing. Our home is healing. We, by taking a step back and not consuming as much, we are healing and we're breaking chains. And what came out with it is no, one of the most wonderful words. And if you've ever been two, if you have a 2-year-old, or if you've ever been two, chances are you've used this word a lot. No, it's a powerful healing word. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. And I'm getting this connection to the skunk spirit, know your worth. So if you get an offer and if you're being asked to take a leap of faith, and if you run it through your checks and balances, and if it's feeding an ancestral pattern, nay. We say nay. This is a time to pause, to wait, to see as things kind of blossom day by day, because things are changing at such a rapid pace. We need this time to observe what's going on globally. So we're going to say no to old habits, no to anything that would perpetuate an ancestral pattern or would inhibit us in creating the future we want for ourselves. We're learning to say yes by saying no. Transformation, because things are changing on a cellular level. Deep healing. Healing, healing, healing. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be serious. Don't be so serious. That's a great way to make yourself sick. We're playing. I mean, yes, there's a lot of seriousness going on. But especially if we're in isolation right now, if we're not leaving our homes, this is the perfect time to get back to play. Connect with our inner child. Ask your 5-year-old self what it would like to do today. Its 7-year-old self what it would like to do today. Because honestly, that's going to boost our immune system in tremendous ways just by playing. Just by playing. And allowing the transformation. Allowing. Yeah, I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin, and then very last I'll pull a unicorn. So Kuan Yin first, unicorns as the cherry on top. Because there's my faves. Well, they're all my favorites. I love the fairies and the unicorns, all of them. They know that too. Okay. Oh yay, Mother Fearless, card 18. Which is a 9. This speaks to our protection. We are protected, and I'll open the book and read. Oh, it's right there. It's always the way. Mother Fierce is your guardian. Nothing can penetrate the passionate fire of her fearless love. Your safety is assured, beloved, in the midst of any apparent challenge or threat, no matter how frightening it may seem, and no matter how insecure you might feel about taking a step on your spiritual path into more power. Know that you're safe, you are protected, and you are loved. Beloved, you have been growing spiritually, and sometimes this evokes responses from others. This response may be loving and affirming, encouraging and validating. Many will choose to be inspired by your growth. Sometimes, however, lower vibrational responses will arise, which might be fearful, insecure, jealous, or angry. These responses arise so that they can be healed. The healing for you is in how you choose to allow yourself to shine and not be diminished by the healing process of another. For the other, their healing is their journey, and you have offered them a great service. Know that you do not need to be afraid, nor do you need to hold yourself back out of fear. There is nothing that escapes the notice of the beloved Mother Kuan Yin. As a divine mother of fierce compassion and protection, she sees all, she knows all, she blesses all. She can lift you beyond fear and threat, beloved, into a place of unity with divine love that secures you against any would-be threat that delivers you into peace, and delivers you into peace. For you to benefit the most from her protection, you need to trust in her light and realize that she is shining through your own inner light, that she and you are one in truth. From this perspective, you can realize that you always have the right to say no to any energy of fear or doubt that seeks to cause you harm. Harm comes from a lower vibration. It does not need to be feared, but it does need to be responded to with assertiveness and compassion. Kuan Yin helps you to retain your inner peace in the face of any lower vibrational energy, so that you can be kind and accepting of the divine essence in all that exists. No matter how heavily veiled that a divinity appears to be, and yet also remain assertive that only unconditionally loving vibrations are welcome in your energy field. Yet also remain assertive that only unconditional loving vibrations are welcome in your energy field. The prayer to the fierce mother. Take me into your heart, beloved Kuan Yin, fierce with love, where the pure fire of peace burns eternally. May I be blessed with peace and protection now and always. May I feel the loving protection of your consciousness within my own heart. Om Shanti, beloved. Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's see if Kuan Yin has any other messages for us, aside from her loving protection. And I do want to affirm that you can affirm every day that nothing and no one, unless they have the highest vibration of love and light for you, is welcome in your space. And they will leave, they will have to. Okay. This makes sense too. Card number 13, here the yellow tiger mother. This card speaks to strength. Sometimes we must be strong and hold true while all around us seems to be shifting and changing. The yellow tiger mother Kuan Yin, in her guardian role, is roaring her divine sound within you. She asks you to hear her, to remember that you are a powerful being of light, and even whilst you are in flow with universal forces, your strong roots help you to be at peace with your truth, stand your ground, while your light shines true. In our surrender to divine forces, there are times when we must be flexible and flow. And then there are times when we must surrender into holding strong and being true to our own inner knowing. There are inner truths that we know are worthy of the effort to grow strong enough to honor them in our lives. These are the truths of kindness, compassion, the right of each individual being to be spiritually free and loved and more. The yellow tiger mother sounds her roaring note within you. She is a fierce, protective tigress. In yellow is her golden strength and wisdom. She urges you to listen for her sound within and trust yourself. You know when you need to stand your ground and not be swayed. You are more powerful, strong, and courageous than you realize. Your strength is not stubbornness or resistance. It is holding firm to what you feel in your heart to be true, and in time you will come to realize the wisdom of your courage. Your strength at this time is needed, like a protective shield, providing nurturing to your plant, providing nurturing to a young plant. Your strength and refusal to be dissuaded from your truths helps your dreams and higher path to continue to manifest. Allow yourself to hear the yellow tiger mother as she gifts you with power, strength, and knowing. Be brave and stand true, staying true to yourself, beloved one. In prayer to the yellow tiger mother. Kuan Yin, beloved yellow tiger mother, I need courage and strength now to be true to myself and to allow my own light to take root and grow. Nurture me with your strength of spirit so that I may realize that I have your strength within me too. It is my strength, my courage, my heart. Help me, beloved, now to realize my courage and have peace in my heart. I feel the roar of your courage and strength within me, and I realize that this is my own courage too. Thank you for helping me realize this, beloved tigress. Om Mane Padme Hum. We are strong, and we are protected as we go through this individually and collectively. Be creative, have fun, play, stay safe. Make your decisions. Above all, choose you and your truth. Choose what brings you joy. Choose what brings you bliss. Oh yay! Unicorns popped out with 4. Possibility. Raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. Look at this beautiful, beautiful winged unicorn, this Pegasi. I'm hearing everything's gonna be okay, even if it's not okay right now. You know, I had a reader earlier who was like, our grandparents and our great grandparents and our ancestors who, survived the bubonic plague, they went through so much. World War II, World War I, Nam, Cold War, the potato famine. Even the witch trials. The rise of monotheism. Our entire history of the world, time after time after time after time. We've gone through apocalyptic endings to rise from the ashes. So keep your expectations positive and high. You have unlimited potential. We all have unlimited potential in this blank canvas. This, what are you going to do with your life? Let's divine upgrade what we're going to do with our life. We have freedom. Live wild and free. Chase your freedom and claim your independence. Yes. Yes, claim your sovereignty. Claim your power. Claim your love, your creative truth, your spark. All the things that make you uniquely, powerfully, and potently you. Be that. Do that. Do the damn thing. It's the reason why this isn't for kids. I hope that was epic. It was okay. Claim it. Claim it. Claim it all. And I claim that when I'm not on the YT and I'm being super cash and I'm not around kids, I can talk like a sailor. I am from Boston, FM, Massachusetts. Forget about it. I'm not from Connecticut. East Coast here. They're so polite over there. They are. In their way, I guess. Gotta grow up there. That being said, freedom! Freedom! We get to choose this individually. I'm certainly claiming it for myself. There's nothing that holds me here. No chains that can bind me. We've tried. That I'll die 1,000,000 more times to just rise from those ashes again. Nothing can hold me down. Nothing can hold you down. Really thinking of Wicked right now, the musical. Defying Gravity. Yeah. Claim your freedom. Let's defy some gravity. So after possibility and freedom is goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. And this, I'm getting that canary spirit, that card number 3, that sing your own song. Love you. Love every aspect of you, shadow side, light side, what you're proud of, what you want to polish up and strengthen. I am very careful not to use dislike or weakness because everything is opportunity for strength. A bodybuilder was not born a bodybuilder. Just wasn't. It was born a fat, flabby, squishy, chubby cheeked, no teeth, potentially bald baby, completely naked, completely immature muscles. And then that baby grew and made a bunch of decisions. And through its decisions, which turned into habits, which turned into devotion, it became a bodybuilder. So that's why I never use weaknesses. There are always opportunities for perfection, for strength, for loveliness. And perfection for me is another very word. There is no such thing as that Greek god stagnant perfection. It's like, oh, I've gotten there, I am perfect. No, don't exist. It is a constant positive evolution of self, which means perfection is based upon habits and decisions. So, see your inner beauty. That's really the core and nuts and bolts of that message is see that inner beauty, build that inner beauty up, edify and uplift that inner beauty. I see you. I do. And I see your beauty and I want you to rise and shine. I am here saying, please stand up, rise and shine with me. I am here facing my fears on the YT with you. Because yes, this isn't easy for me. I am facing my own fears. I'm raising my own personal standards. I'm claiming my own freedom and valuing myself just by being present right here in this moment. Because there is a point in my life where I wouldn't have dared do this. I wouldn't have dared. I would have been like, you crazy? Do you want to get us killed? Like, that is like the level of fear I used to have, like, around sharing this truth with all of you. No more. You know, I've been drawn to this since I was itty bitty, like before, like pre-K S, like before school. Like I wish there was like a BC for like before schooling. This was a seed the universe gave me. So it's how I rise and shine. Be gentle. Gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. And yes, we can all benefit from this right now. Uplift each other. Even if you don't agree with someone, just honor that they have the right to their opinion. Just like we all have a right to our opinion. Be gentle with them. Because their worlds are being turned upside down. All of our worlds are. So this is a time for great gentleness and great compassion for ourselves, for those immediately around us, especially if we live within a family unit or if we're in community. Be gentle. Be gentle with the people on Facebook. Be gentle with the people on Instagram, with the people on Twitter, with the people's fears. Be gentle with yourself and your own fears and your own transformations, because we're all transforming right now. This is, reiterate this again, this is a collective transformation time. We are all crowning right now. We're all being birthed anew. And then lastly, the last message of this entire reading, and thank you for being here for the whole hour and 35 minutes. I'll close out with another little gong bath to kind of clear the space for all of us. But friendship. I feel like a total Care Bear saying this, and I'm not ashamed. Friendship. The power of friendship. Seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. And that's, getting up on platforms like this, spending time with your family, playing games, being a friend to someone else who you see needs it. This is a time of cultivating the virtue of friendship, what it means to be a friend to ourselves and a friend to others. This is about coming together. So thank you, both of you, all of you. Thank you, Dylan 5T, for commenting. Thank you, both of you. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your subscribes. Thanks for playing with me. Thanks for spending time with me. Thanks for being receptive to me and the messages that the divine wanted to share through me. And I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. You know, I hope you get the chance to do something you've always wanted to do, but maybe were too self-conscious to try. I hope you play if your job's so serious and logical. I hope you get to connect with your whimsy. I hope you get to talk to your family members. Maybe they don't live close by. Like, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. 99.9% of my family is in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Connecticut. So when I got to talk to my grandma yesterday and hear her healthy and happy, I was like, it was so rich. I was so happy hearing from her. To talk to her, it brought so much comfort to my heart, and peace, and just straight up joy. I was like, you could have measured my happiness pre-phone call with grandma to after, and I would have just totally different spectrum of joy. So this is a valuable time, and I challenge all of us to seek the value in this time of transformation. Do all your favorite things. Bake cookies, make yummy soups, paint, read, go for a walk. Stay healthy. Try to stay in your optimism and your joy. Stay connected. And stay informed. On a very grounded and realistic note, take in the information that you need to stay informed. And then once you're informed, go back to the going with it. So, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you all infinite love, infinite light. And I'm going to turn around and give you some vibes to just kind of clear the space. And bless you, because Chiron is the wounded healer. He is a warrior. He is strong. But he also knows what it's like to live with pain and to show up anyway. So, in love and light of the deep transformation that we're all going through, I'm going to let Chiron sing. I love you. I hope you had the most beautiful, bountiful, blissful day and week leading up to this new moon in Aries and the spring equinox. I hope you stay healthy, happy, and empowered. Peace to all, love to all, so much light to all. I'll talk to you all soon. Sat Nam.